Next, I want to turn the mic over to a new progressive star of the Massachusetts State Legislature. She's also a co-founder of Act on Mass, an organization that is fighting for transparency at the Massachusetts State House. We have one of the most obscure and opaque state legislatures in the country, and she is working to change that. She represents the city of Somerville, and she is a proud Democratic Socialist. Give it up for Representative Erika Uyterhoeven.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really just an honor to stand here with you all in solidarity. And we're here to stand today to say that budgets are moral documents. That is why we are here today to demand that our budgets embody our values, and our most important value is that life is precious. This means that every one of us has a right to a dignified life. It means that everyone's basic human needs are met. I'm talking healthcare, housing, education, and a livable climate, and especially right now, peace. Instead, our government is funding apartheid. Our government is funding an occupation that terrorizes, dehumanizes, and murders Palestinian children, civilians, amid the most holiest days of Eid, in their place of worship. That is $3.8 billion a year from our U.S. government. Yesterday marked the deadliest day so far, with at least 42 people killed. And the Palestinian death toll has reached nearly 200, more than a quarter of which are children under the age of 10. Over 1,300 have been wounded, and 40,000 Gazans have lost their homes. So we are here today to acknowledge, honor, and love Palestinian life and Palestinian human rights, just as much as we love our own human rights.
We want more from Biden on that.
We stand here in solidarity. We stand here for peace and freedom for Gaza. And the first step that we must take is with our budgets. We must stop funding war and put that funding to healthcare, education, and housing. That's what true aid looks like. I'll say that also aid should look like that amid a deadly pandemic, that the U.S. should be helping other countries with vaccines, helping with production and distribution, but instead, wealthy countries have hoarded the vaccine. They have reserved enough coronavirus vaccine doses to immunize their populations multiple times over, while poorer countries currently only have less than 20%, and some have not even administered a single dose. And instead, our U.S. government is blocking negotiations. They are protecting profits over people. They are protecting profits of pharmaceutical companies over ensuring every world citizen has access to the vaccine. And so every day, like you, I am speechless to our lack of courage and humanity in this moment. And I want to uplift the words of our first and only Palestinian American woman elected to U.S. Congress, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. She said on the House floor last week, quote, "Amid this injustice, this violence, what does it say when our elected leaders do not have the courage to speak out? To speak out against such gross injustice? What does it say about us? To turn a blind eye, to cover our ears, and to say nothing. Where is our humanity?" And I know that the voters who voted for me, my supporters who fought for me to stand here today, they expect better from us. They fought, they gave their free time, their hard-earned money, they made thousands of calls and knocked on thousands of doors. They shared with us their ingenuity, creativity, wit, and genius for me and for us to stand here today. And we owe it to them to stand message that we promised them, that we promised you. This is why I will not remain silent. We will not remain silent. We are here to fight for every one of our human rights and to save our very humanity. This is why I am so honored to walk with you all, because everybody here made a choice. Everybody here made a choice to organize, to build, to nurture this movement. This is a movement that is abolitionist. We don't compromise with racism, here or abroad. We don't compromise for imperialism. This is a movement that understands that white supremacy's twin conjoined sibling capitalism is hurting us all. It is putting in precarity our basic human needs of food, housing, healthcare, education, and a livable climate. We understand that we cannot remain neutral. We understand that remaining neutral is to allow racist, sexist, homophobic, classist status quo to ravage our communities worldwide, and we will not stand for that. We are here to stand up to that. I want to thank you all for organizing and